How's it, dudes? Honey Flips, it's your boy Break here, and today, wrestling fans, we are here today to discuss the July 15th edition of Monday Night Raw. If you guys have any moments that you guys would like to talk about, hey, please let me know down in the comments. Let's have a discussion because, look, this episode, it was actually pretty fire, but we're going to get to the end of that once we grade it. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into it. To start off the show, they started off great because they started off with none other than Miss "This is my brutality." We started off with Rhea Ripley, and look, she started off walking backstage. We got the whole little walkthrough and everything. Then she doing all of this and everything. I blues clues through the screen. Don't play with me. But we already know where she's going with this. She wants Liv Morgan's head on a silver platter. And she also wants her title back. And she's talking about, look, Liv Morgan, where you at? Just come out here. I just want to talk to you for a minute, okay? Because you got something I want, and then you already try to take my man. Look, the gloves is off. It's time to fight. But Liv Morgan doesn't come out. Dominic Mysterio does. And Dom, he's just, mommy, look, I'm sorry. Look, you weren't here, and she was there, and you just looking like a straight biz-eye itch, okay? Dom, grow some nuts. She been gone for a while. Then you had little Miss Blondie come through and just she tickled his balls and everything. And then Liv Morgan, she comes up on the Tinitron talking some BS. Oh my god, Rhea, like, oh my god, like, you're not gonna touch my title because I'm back here and you're out there. And then, ultimately, this is just setting up the moment this is just setting it up for the match at SummerSlam. And I cannot wait for it. Like, when Rhea was talking into that camera, bro, you can see that's all she wanted was to end Liv Morgan. And she even said, look, I'm going to end this little revenge tour. I'm going to get my little Poquito back, and I'm going to get my title back. Stop playing with her, okay? And then Dom going to try to, like, open the ropes up for her. Rhea was like, boy, get the hell up out of here. Then we get our first match of the night, which was between Bronson Reed and Sheamus with the new theme song. And look, guys, me personally, I wish they would have kept written in my face because it's a classic theme. Even though I'm black and I'm listening to a whole, I was like, bruh, if I still had my iPod, I would show y'all. That was a song that I bought back in the day, okay? That song is fire. But me personally, the new little joint that he got now, it literally fits him. So, for the people that are like, oh my gosh, the brain back, I'm written in my face. Look, just calm down, okay? I kind of understand why they did it, but then again, I'm like, why did y'all bring it back just to take it away from us? I don't get it. But back to the match, these two were actually putting on a pretty solid match. Back and forwards, heavy hitters here and there. Bronson Reed, I love him. I hope soon, not like next year soon, but maybe around October time, we get something out of Bronson Reed. Maybe like some more character development, maybe a good storyline. But so far, they really haven't. They're giving him more than what he was doing last year, but we just need that little bit more. And one moment that I did like out of that match is when they were on the outside of the ring and Sheamus was on top of the announcement table and he gets Brie and did the 10 beats of the bod ring. I don't know how to pronounce that word, but it's the battering, broad ring, whatever. That was a little moment that I really enjoyed. But ultimately, Sheamus ends up winning the match. Reed wasn't having that. He starts beating up on Sheamus, bow. And then none other than Pete Dunne comes in for the save. Knocks Reed out the ring, and Sheamus like, hey man, thanks. And then instantly Dunne just like, no, fuck all that. I just did that for me. And then he just walks out. Sheamus like, bro, come on, buddy, let's go have a fight. And then Sheamus turns his back, and then Dunne attacks Sheamus. Me personally, I like where it's going because I literally found out that Tyler Bate is injured. He's going to be out for a long time. So this gives us the perfect opportunity to give Pete Dunne his old. We're going to get old Pete Dunne back. I cannot wait for it. Now that's a person that needs their old theme song back because that doom da doom da doom 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 doom. We need that back. But back to the wrestling. After Dunn hits Sheamus, Bronson Reed goes to the top rope. Nasty tsunami. I cannot wait for this. This is a little side storyline that I'm enjoying so far because we're getting more brutality out of Reed. We're getting the Sheamus Dunn feud. So far, Triple H, hey, keep doing your thing, buddy. Then we get a backstage promo with the Judgment Day in their little clubhouse. Rhea and Priest are talking. She's like, hey man, you've been holding it down for the team. I know you've been going through a little stress here and there. And she asks about why is Carlito there. Priest is like, look, don't even worry about it. He's cool. Da 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 da. Then here comes Dominic's bitch ass talking about something. Mommy, I've been trying to call you for a week now. You haven't been responding to my messages. And Rhea's like, are you serious? You've been calling me for a week? Why haven't you been calling me for the past 3 months that I've been out? And then she just walks away. Dom just like, looking lost, looking confused, dazed even.
All week?
And then we get another backstage segment between Sammy and Ilya Dragunov. And pretty much this whole segment was just Sammy glazing Ilya the whole time, doing all that. But that was just pretty much setting up Intercontinental Championship match between himself and Dragunov. Hey, two great wrestlers. I'm loving Dragunov ever since he came up to the main roster. We were set for a good one. And then we get a women's match between Zelina Vega and the returning Sonya Deville. We had nothing to talk about with this because Sonya whooped Zelina's ass. Me personally, I didn't like the fact that they chose Zelina to be the person that was getting squashed like that. I mean, at least like Ivy Nile, maybe Maxine Dupree, but Zelina? Really? Out of all people? I don't know. What do you guys think? Should have Zelina been squashed like that? You let me know. And more stuff about this whole Rhea returning thing. If y'all guys remember from, I don't remember exactly when, but Jey Uso, he was showing a little interest into Rhea, and then he was backstage asking Priest like, hey man, where Rhea at? Because she back now. She ain't messing with little Poquito no more. What's up, look? Yeah, you feel me? And little Poquito, he's like, no man, no, she my girl, man. I don't, no limit pledge. No limit pledge. You feel me? Hello. And then once we come from commercial break, we get the promo between Gunther and Damian Priest, making things a little bit more juicier for their SummerSlam match for the world title. And hey, these guys did pretty good. They did a good back and forth segment. Hey, Gunther, he talking with his chest out. He talking about, you, like the rest of these people, you guys are nothing but street trash. I'm like, oh, I ain't gonna lie. Priest talking about some. No, fuck all that. I would have been bashing his head with that damn title. Me personally, Priest, that little line you said to him where you just call him a little privileged prick. No, fuck all that. I would have been like, look, bitch. I don't know what I would have said, but he ain't gonna call me no street trash. That's just that. And then they doing all of this, bumping heads and everything, and then here comes Braun Strowman. Because Priest and him, they got a match. I ain't gonna lie, this match really wasn't much for me personally. I don't know about y'all. Y'all let me know. But the reason why we do have this match because, the whole Judgment Day, they got this beef with Strowman, and Priest was like, look, since y'all can't handle it, I'ma handle it. And he actually did handle it because he won the match. And okay. But there was a moment where you know, Strowman was doing his little thing, and then he missed. He ended up in the announcers area, messing up his knee, and that kind of ultimately lost him the match. And I'm sorry, y'all let me know down in the comments, like I said earlier, how do y'all feel about Braun Strowman right now? Because this version of Braun Strowman, me personally, he has been derailed ever since injury, and probably before his last injury or his last little getaway or whatever, he's went down for me. Cause get these hands Strowman, I love that Strowman. Post Wyatt family, love that Strowman, but ever since, he has not been hitting for me. He has not been doing it for me. Then we get Chad Gable. He's calling out Bo Dallas because on last week's episode, Bo Dallas was in Adam Pearce's office, and he just, you know, giving him the eyes and everything. I'm like, oh shit. Like legit, it was Bo Dallas in the living flesh, no VHS tapes, no nothing. And Gable, he's like, I cracked the code. Uncle Howdy, it's Bo Dallas. And then he wants to call him out. And he's still trying to get his people to come help him. And they're like, look, nigga, we not fucking with you. We helping Xavier Woods with his little problem with the Final Testament. So you do your thing, but good luck with you. And after that, we get yet another women's match. But this time it's a tag team match between, who was it? Shayna Baszler, Zoe Starks versus Team Kids Bop. And I ain't gonna lie, I really didn't care much about this match because this match, it wasn't much of a storyline match. It was more so another match to build up the new team of Starks, Baszler, and Sonya. But I will say one little cute highlight that I did like from that match was when, I don't remember who was it in the corner. It was either Baszler or Stark. I think it was Baszler. And who was it? Carter did like a little catapult cannonball with I like her name originally to me was Casey Catanzaro, but she catapulted her doing a cannonball, and I thought that was pretty cool. But other than that, that match didn't do much for me, so we're just gonna move on. And then revolving back to the Judgment Day, everyone's in the little clubhouse, and Dom's talking to Rhea like, mommy, you know, I missed you. You know, you were my everything. You know, I really did miss you because I just want you back because you're mine. And then everybody in the Judgment Day is like, oh, like, nigga, is you really saying you own her? And Rhea like, bitch, I know, and walk the hell out. And Carlito, I ain't gonna lie, ever since R-Truth left and he's came in, bro, those two, they really have brought the smiling factor to the Judgment Day. And to R-Truth and Carlito, hey, you guys get your flowers. Good job. And then we get an in-ring segment between Adam Pearce and Drew McIntyre. If you guys watched last week's episode of Raw, Adam Pearce asked CM Punk to stay home because Adam Pearce wanted to talk to Drew about his whole little outrage about getting screwed over once again. And Punk was like, you know what? You got it. You can talk to him. So these guys are talking, and Pearce is like, look, man, you want Punk? Punk wants you. We can make the match at SummerSlam. And everyone's like, yeah, let's get it. We can do it. And Drew's like, look, that's all I want. That's all I want. Please, just give it to me. Give it to me.
Give me what I want. You know what I want. You just don't want to give it to me. Give it to me. Give me what I want.
Pearce is like, you got the match. And look, you can, the suspension is lifted, all right? But all you have to do is apologize to the two referees that you ended up putting your hands on. And Drew is like, I'm not going for none of that, because these motherfuckers were the people that screwed me out of my title shots and everything. I ain't apologizing shit. And then Pierce is like, do it. Just apologize. The match is right there. All you have to do is apologize. Drew wasn't having, he ain't hearing anything. He got these on. And he shoving the refs and everything. He about to get on Pierce. Next thing you know, we hear, burn it down. Here comes Seth Rollins with his Prada pants and his taco meat hanging up. They get the tussling. So hopefully this is probably the setup for a SummerSlam match. Because I was thinking to myself, I already know Punk was probably not ready to come back. So hopefully we can get this Seth Rollins Drew McIntyre match, because that would be a great substitution for the Punk and Drew match. And next we get the next installment of this whole Wyatt 6 thing, and it was a sit down with none other than the Rambling Rabbit, aka Rowan. And wow, that motherfucker deserves an Emmy, an Oscar, whatever acting award there is, because I mean he did his thing. He was talking about how he had everything when he was a part of the Wyatt family. He was on top of the world. And then he talked about when he lost Brody, and then he talked about when he lost Bray, and then wow, guys, I mean he put his foot in that one, and it was, you can tell it was pure raw emotion, because those were actual, like, really close people to him, and he lost them within the span of what, three years. He lost them in the span of 3 years. That's tough. So Rowan, good job, man. Flowers to you. And then we get a little fun match between Jey Uso and Dominic Mysterio. While Jay's doing all of that, Dominic attacks him. You know, that match really wasn't much to talk about wrestling wise, but it was more so story wise. There was one point Liv came out, and Dom was like, what are you doing here? Get out, leave me, go, get away, mommy's mad. And then Jay does a running baseball slide to Dom, kicks him on top of Liv, and Liv, I'm sorry y'all, that couldn't be me, cause it would have been a whole different show. It would have been Monday Night Raw. You feel me? But Liv flips the script and she gets on top of him. Once again, Raw. You feel me? Hello. Rhea comes out and Liv like, oh shit, call me. And she leaves out. Dom gets back in the ring. Jay hits him with a spear. 1, 2, 3. Game over. And Dom's like, fucking A, like, I can't do shit right. And then it turns to a backstage segment. Rhea actually is talking to Dom, and Rhea says, I don't belong to you. You belong to me. And gives him the black rose. And Dom's like, yeah, Dom, what the hell about you? Man, I wish I was Buddy Murphy. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. And then we get the best part of the night. Chad Gable, he calling out Bo Dallas and everything, and surprisingly, Bo Dallas actually came out. He didn't have no theme music. He just straight up came out there. And then we finally get the Creed brothers. They have finally aligned themselves with Gable. I can't wait to see what they have in store with that storyline. But the Creed brothers, they attack Bo Dallas. They whooping his ass, and then Rotunda fashion, these boys, them Rotunda boys are different. They can take some hits, and when they take them hits, they're gonna laugh at you. And the whole time, Bo Dallas was just laughing. He taking suplexes, he taking slams, he getting thrown into the barricades, and he's laughing. And then he does the yeah. I was like, oh my god. I didn't think he had it in him. Me personally, I really did not think Bo Dallas had this in him. But he was like, look, I gotta do this for my brother. I gotta carry on the legacy. And so far, you see the smile on my face, right? He is doing the damn thing. He is doing the damn thing. And then, while in the corner, Gable was like, man, why are you laughing? Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing? And Dallas tells him, there you go. No, there you are. There you are. That's what he said. Next thing you know, the smoke start filling up the ring. And then a doom, doom. And then the Wyatt Six comes out. And as they're coming down to the ring, Gable gets out the ring. And then shortly after, the Creed brothers get out the ring. And then the Wyatt Six, you know, they doing their cool poses and everything. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I don't even know what to say at this point, because when I was watching this, it made me think like, yo, with this whole Triple H taking over shit, it feels like we're in a multiverse right now. Because when Bray Wyatt was doing his whole Wyatt family stuff, it felt like this was the Wyatt family stuff. This is the Wyatt Six stuff. It's two different dimensions. And it's like, wow, this is crazy. We're getting so many multiverses of different storylines. We're getting the same storylines, but they're altered in different ways, and I love it. I can't wait to see what happens with this whole Wyatt Six stuff. I can't wait to see what happens with this whole Creed Brothers Gable stuff. We're getting fed right now, okay? I'm loving it. And then we get the main event of the evening. Me personally, I ain't gonna lie, I tried my best to stay up to watch this match, but I was falling asleep, and I legit did fall asleep. So I had to look it up, and from what I saw, it was a solid match. And from what I saw, it was a pretty good match. Dragunov had his good moments in the match. The turnbuckle joint where he like flips the dude. But the main part of this match, I already knew this was gonna happen because it was the main event. But earlier in the show, Adam Pearce was talking to Braun Breaker. He was like, look, buddy, I already know what type of shit you on. Look, I'm gonna need you to leave, alright? Because we can't have you disrupting any more matches. We can't have you doing doing all that nonsense. Like, you need Ritalin, alright? And Braun Breaker's like, look, I don't care about you. I don't care about them. I just want that damn belt and my damn respect, alright? But you know what? I'm gonna leave. And he left. And Pierce was like, look, make sure he gets out. That whole time, I was like, that motherfucker gonna swoop right by them and end up interfering in that match. And what did he do?
Holy hell!
But hopefully, I don't see it happening at SummerSlam, but I do see it coming. Hopefully we can get a triple threat match between Dragunov, Breaker, and Sami Zayn. Me personally, I want Dragunov to win because that whole him and Gunther thing, I feel like Dragunov could be like possibly get the second longest Intercontinental title reign. I think that would be good for him. Breaker, say if that match did happen and Breaker was the one that took the pin, that could even make him look even more crazier, make him want to do even more crazier shit. I don't know. Y'all tell me. But that was the end of the episode, guys. Me personally, I'm grading this episode of Raw an A+. Matter of fact, an A. We're going to do an A because there were some parts where I really didn't care about, but you kind of need that to make things, make sense. But me personally, I grade this an A. What do you guys grade it? Let me know down in the comments below. What was your favorite part? Me personally, it was the whole Wyatt Six stuff. Chef's kiss. But guys, I'm gonna get out of here because I have another video to record. But if you guys enjoyed it, please don't forget to leave a like, favorite, comment, subscribe, all that fancy stuff that you love to put on your pasta salad. As always, 100 fluid, stay doozing. We guys will see you in the next one, and watch wrestling. Bye.